We are going to do our first experiment with concentrated HCl and a metal. That is your first reaction, first equation that is given to you, the reaction of metals with acids. So I have taken some amount of HCl in the test tube. Now I am going to add the zinc dust. Zinc dust is actually the zinc powder. Okay, so I'm going to add it into the test tube and let's see what's going to happen now. You can observe the bubbles rising up. That means some reaction is taking place. Let's check which gas it is. That's the pop sound that shows the presence of hydrogen gas. So this is your first reaction with the acids. This pop sound shows the presence of hydrogen gas that is released through the reaction, and the reaction is still going on as the bubbles are still released. There would be a salt that will be formed and the hydrogen gas will be released. I can show you the pop sound once more. I hope you could hear the sound. This is called the pop sound. I observed the temperature of the test tube. The test tube has become hot. That means this is an exothermic reaction. It releases heat while it takes place, right? Can you see the black thing floating at the base of the test tube? This is the zinc that is reacting with the acid. So it will take some time. I am keeping it aside and we shall check the pH of this later. Now let's check what happens when the metal reacts with bases. I have taken NaOH in this test tube and now I'm going to add the zinc dust to it and let's see what's going to happen. Nothing really seemed to be taking place. In case of sodium hydroxide, there is another compound that is formed. Otherwise, usually the metals don't react with the bases, right? Let's check if any gas is released. Let's check the presence of hydrogen. There was no pop sound, so we can say that no hydrogen gas is released, right? So bases basically don't release hydrogen ions as such. The zinc dust has settled down. Let's check how the acid reacts with sodium bicarbonate and sodium carbonate. I have taken concentrated HCl in the test tubes and now we are going to add the sodium bicarbonate first. We need to have the spatula, but I am using the cap as such. Can you see the effervescence? This bubbling is called the effervescence, right? So It shows that some reaction is taking place. I can smell a gas coming out. You can see the bubbling, right? Volcano. We can test the gas with the prism with the help of lime water. This is CO2, which turns lime water milky. Okay, let's now add sodium carbonate to the other test tube. Another volcano. This is the same thing that you do when you go for cold drinks. You open them and the drink immediately comes out, right? So it is a very quick reaction that took place. Carbon dioxide is released, and the reaction you will learn from the book. We'll learn how to write the reactions also, right? Our next reaction is how acids and bases react with each other. So I have taken concentrated HCl in this test tube and the sodium hydroxide in the other test tube. I am going to add sodium hydroxide to HCl. Let's see what's going to happen now. Can you observe the effervescence? Little bubbling is taking place. That means the reaction is going on. If both acid and bases are taken in the same amount, they will neutralize each other, and the reaction is called the neutralization reaction.